When a narcissist realizes they lost in a wit battle against you, this is what happens. Everyone. Today, our narrative plunges into the shadowy depths of the human psyche, where we shall bear witness to a moment of profound reckoning. A moment when a narcissist is confronted with the stark and chilling truth, the irrevocable loss of everything they hold dear. Take a moment to let the weight of this revelation settle upon your consciousness. And if in this very moment a flicker of intrigue or empathy ignites within you, consider supporting our ongoing journey by giving likes, subscribing to our channel, and generously sharing our content with your cherished circle of friends and family. Today, let us bravely venture into the cataclysmic aftermath that ensues when a narcissist, finally confronted with the loss of everything, senses the dissolution of their carefully constructed kingdom. At the epicenter of this tumultuous awakening, the narcissist, once oblivious to their own flaws and limitations, is jolted by the painful truth that they have forfeited an irreplaceable treasure: you. Acknowledging your immeasurable worth, this realization ripples beyond the confines of a single fractured relationship, permeating their shattered world of connections with undeniable clarity. However, let us peel back the layers and confront the stark reality. The corrosive impact of narcissism extends far beyond an individual encounter. The narcissist's insidious machinations infiltrate and sever every bond in their path. Through crafty deceit and calculated manipulation, they weave a complex web that ensnares unsuspecting participants, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. It is conceivable that you did not perceive this reality when embarking on the relationship. Yet, as you absorb these revelations, a broader understanding begins to crystallize. As the narcissist stumbles upon their ultimate defeat, their anguished introspection unravels with regret, painfully reminding them that they are not omniscient beings but fallible mortals, just like everyone else. They begin retracing their steps, surveying the wreckage left in their wake, lamenting the opportunities squandered, the relationships shattered, and the fragmented lives. Only then do they soberly recognize that leading a life steeped in manipulation, deception, and hollow facades culminates in an existence void of meaning, mired in estrangement. Meanwhile, for the tormented victims of the narcissist's relational terrorism, the journey toward healing unfolds at the agonizing pace of eternity. It demands unwavering resilience, perseverance, and a tenacious willingness to confront every shred of pain with unyielding resolve. However, with unwavering spirit, you gradually make headway, forging a path toward recovery and reclaiming the autonomy that was encroached upon by the manipulative narcissist. As you navigate the road to healing, a vital question looms large. Should you soften your heart and extend forgiveness to the narcissist for the brutality inflicted upon your existence? Or is forgiveness an elusive illusion, forever beyond reach? Yet, before entertaining such thoughts, know that an arduous journey awaits, with countless grueling steps, from breaking the trauma bond to losing friends, and perhaps even relocating to start anew. Do not be deceived. The notion of forgiving a narcissist is as improbable as pigs taking flight. These parasitic creatures, through manipulation and deception, insinuate themselves into your heart, submerging you in an abyss of despair and leaving a trail of shattered hearts in their wake. Had you possessed the knowledge that they were a walking vortex of doom, would you have ever embarked on such a perilous expedition? The resounding answer, of course, is a resolute no. The narcissist's duplicitous nature thrives on perpetuating torment, leaving behind a legacy of fractured lives in their wake. Narcissists are fully cognizant of the trail of devastation they leave behind as they hop from one person or group to another. However, their reckless behavior will eventually catch up with them, forcing them to pause and confront the magnitude of their losses. Witnessing their comeuppance can be quite satisfying. Yet, when still entangled in the sticky web of the trauma bond, you might not see it that way. Perhaps you held on to the hope that the narcissist would finally acknowledge their abhorrent behavior and offer closure. But let's be honest, that's not how they operate. They don't genuinely care about you. That's the harsh truth. When a relationship with a narcissist reaches its end, they don't simply move on. Oh no, they patiently wait, biding their time for an opportune moment to discard you like an inconsequential object. It's a grotesque pattern, a signature move in their repertoire. They're keen eye scouts for their next prey. someone who can provide them with the resources they crave. Do not be deceived, though. If one day the narcissist reminisces about the good times, including memories shared with you, it is nothing more than a ploy to keep you within their grasp. To them, you are merely a shiny trinket that feeds their insatiable ego, an object of temporary significance. If you are going through a divorce with a narcissistic partner, brace yourself for an arduous and painful experience. Why? Because they know your worth. They see you as the epitome of light, love, and empathy, qualities that fuel their self-importance. They are unwilling to let go of that, hence the protracted and agonizing divorce proceedings. I do not wish to trigger or distress you, but it is crucial to understand the truth about narcissists. They possess an uncanny ability to consume and deplete your energy, stealing decades of your life before you even realize what has transpired. Here's the crux of it all. The narcissist is acutely aware of what they are losing when you choose to end the relationship. They comprehend precisely what they are missing out on by being discarded by someone as valuable as you. However, both before and after you, they had other sources of supply to compare you against, constantly assessing what they were missing. Each of us is a unique individual, and what you provided to the narcissist was special, unparalleled, and priceless. You were their guiding light, the one who kept them going, never relenting in your dedication to the relationship. For you, the vows held deep meaning, but for the narcissist, they were merely a license to commence their cruel exploitation. They were incapable of perceiving love, kindness, or stability within the confines of the relationship. To them, you were nothing more than a tool to satisfy their abhorrent needs. Unavoidably, the narcissist will attempt to reel you back in through the mechanism known as hoovering. Have you ever considered the implications of this term? Essentially, it refers to their attempts to regain control in situations where they lack a legitimate source of supply, or perhaps when they desire more of what you can offer. Your constant presence, unwavering support, and emotional availability were akin to fuel for their fragile ego. They recognized that you made them feel good about themselves, provided financial assistance, and listened without judgment. So, when the narcissist attempts to hoover you back into their web, it is crucial to remember that it is all a manipulative ploy to lure you back into the cycle of pain and manipulation. They crave another round of torment and will employ any means necessary to regain control over you. It may be a dark reality, but it is their modus operandi. Now let's cut to the core of the matter. Will a narcissist ever reflect upon what they have lost? Indeed, they will. There is no denying that. However, do they possess the courage to acknowledge their faults? Absolutely not. From their perspective, they believe themselves to be leagues superior to you, always placing blame on you, never themselves. Let's be real here. How often did the narcissist genuinely apologize? How often did you witness genuine tears streaming down their face, rather than the hollow displays they used to manipulate your emotions? They may have made promises to change and pleaded for another chance, but it was all a mere word salad. In the end, you gave everything, your time, energy, and efforts, and they consumed it relentlessly like a bottomless pit. And let's not forget the pace of the relationship. In the beginning, it was a whirlwind, as they needed to ensnare you in their labyrinth of manipulation. But as time went on, their response times slowed down, leaving you bewildered. Did they lose interest? Did they find another source of supply? The truth is, only they know. What you should know, however, is that if a relationship seems too good to be true, your instincts are likely correct. There's probably a treacherous game being played behind the scenes. Let's break it down further. Once the narcissist had you ensnared, they began playing manipulative games, utilizing their knowledge of your vulnerabilities and enticing you back into their web time and time again. Admit it, you found yourself anxiously waiting by the phone, longing for a text from them. But as time passed, the texts dwindled, and when they did respond, it was with one-word answers, often poorly spelled. It was as if they no longer cared. But here's the harsh reality. They were busy texting others, engaging in full-fledged conversations, while you were left with mere fragments of their attention. How could they treat you with such disregard when everyone else received their undivided attention? The answer is simple. They were moving on to their next target. They were beginning the vicious cycle anew, just as they did with you. It is a pattern that seems to repeat endlessly until you finally sever ties or until they discard you. Eventually, though, the narcissist will come to realize what they have lost. They will comprehend the wreckage of their toxic behavior, witnessing the destruction of relationships with their own children, business partners, and friends. People will begin to see through their games and no longer extend invitations to events. And let's not forget about those long-term friends that often come up when discussing narcissists. Just because they had a friend for 20 years does not automatically signify a healthy friendship. More often than not, that friend is merely a tool the narcissist employs to maintain appearances or to derive personal gain. Remember, their toxic behavior permeates every facet of their lives, resulting in fractured relationships and an existence devoid of genuine connection. Indeed, the truth is that narcissists cannot maintain their facade indefinitely. At some point, their mask will slip, revealing their true nature, and people will begin to see through their deceit. They inevitably sow the seeds of destruction in their relationships. Whether it occurs now or down the road, it's an inherent part of their manipulative nature. But why don't people always recognize that they are dealing with a narcissist? There are a few possible reasons for this. Firstly, some may indeed realize the truth, but are too fearful to speak out, knowing they could become the narcissist's next target. And secondly, others may not spend enough time with the narcissist to witness their true colors. It can be as simple as that. Much of the abuse inflicted by narcissists occurs when they have you alone, such as in the confines of a car or at home. It is in those moments that their mask slips, and they reveal their monstrous side. However, in public, they don a facade of charm and smiles, eager to maintain their image as a great person. Meanwhile, behind closed doors, they subject you to emotional, spiritual, and financial abuse, using you as their emotional punching bag. But here's the important part. The narcissist will realize that they have lost you. Trust in this truth. However, they will not admit it because they falsely believe themselves to be superior to everyone else. They knew the value you brought to their life, but they callously used and discarded you like a mere refuse. Nevertheless, you have emerged from the ordeal stronger than ever before. You have risen from the ashes like a phoenix, reclaiming your power and becoming the best version of yourself. Now, the narcissist's game is over. You are living your life to the fullest while they continue to wreak havoc in the lives of unsuspecting individuals. Rest assured, though, they will ultimately come to realize that they have lost. While they may never admit it, deep down, they know the truth. You have emerged victorious, and your strength is unrivaled. So stay resilient, remain true to yourself, and continue to believe in your own worth. Remember, you are not alone in this journey. And until we meet again, let the healing commence.